Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to trace the footsteps of this remarkable group, exploring their origins, their great migration, and the vibrant societies they built. Our story begins not in Kenya or Uganda, but far to the north, in the vast plains of southern Sudan near the region of Bahr el Ghazal. They were skilled herders and fishers, perfectly adapted to the rhythms of the Nile and its tributaries. It was here, thousands of years ago, that the seeds of LUO identity and culture were first sown, forming the foundation of a legacy that would stretch across thousands of kilometers, starting around the 15th century. A series of environmental and social pressures triggered one of the most significant migrations in African history. A period of drought and famine, combined with internal conflicts and population growth, compelled many Nilotic groups to seek new lands. The people who would become the LUO began a slow but steady southward movement. Their journey followed the course of the mighty Nile River, a life-giving artery that guided them through unfamiliar territories. Along the way, they encountered and interacted with various other communities, leading to a dynamic exchange of ideas, technologies, and even languages. One of the first major settlement areas for the migrating LUO was in present-day Uganda, in a region they named Pabungu, located near modern-day Pakwak. This place holds immense historical and cultural significance. It's often referred to as the dispersal point of the LUO. According to oral traditions, it was at Pabungu that a major split occurred among the LUO peoples. A famous story tells of a dispute between two brothers, Gipia and Labongo, over a lost spear and a swallowed bead. This disagreement led to a separation, with Giper's descendants moving west to become the Alar people of Uganda and Congo, while Labongo's descendants, the Bito LUO, moved eastward and southward, eventually establishing the powerful Banyoro Kitara and Baganda kingdoms. This period in Uganda was transformative, as the LUO transitioned from pastoralism to a more settled agricultural lifestyle, adopting new farming techniques while retaining their love for cattle. From Uganda, the LUO migration continued, with a major wave pushing further south into what is now western Kenya. This final leg of their journey began around the 16th century and continued for nearly 300 years. They arrived in the region around Lake Victoria, an area rich in water, fertile land, and abundant fish. The first group to arrive is believed to be the Jokajok, who settled in the Nyanza region. They were followed by other groups like the Joka Owini and Joka Amolo. Upon arriving, they didn't find an empty land. They encountered and interacted with Bantu-speaking communities like the Abagusi and Abaluya, as well as southern Cushitic groups. These interactions were complex, sometimes leading to conflict over resources, but more often resulting in peaceful coexistence, intermarriage, and cultural fusion. The LUO's superior social and political organization often allowed them to absorb and assimilate many of these groups, expanding their territory and influence around the vast lake. The heartland of the LUO in Kenya became the Nyanza region, sprawling along the northeastern shores of Lake Victoria. Here, they established a unique and decentralized political system. Unlike kingdoms with a single ruler, LUO society was organized into various subgroups and clans, each led by a council of elders known as the Doho. These elders were respected for their wisdom and experience, and they made decisions for the community, settled disputes, and officiated ceremonies. Below them were lineage heads or Jadwang Paini, who managed smaller family units. This system fostered a strong sense of community and collective responsibility. Their economy was diverse, combining their traditional pastoralism with the new opportunities offered by the lake. Fishing became a cornerstone of their livelihood, alongside farming sorghum and millet. The society they built was resilient, adaptable, and deeply connected to their new environment. LUO culture is a vibrant tapestry, woven with rich traditions, music, and art. Storytelling is a cherished art form, with elders passing down history, myths, and moral lessons through generations. Music and dance are central to every aspect of life, from celebrations to funerals. The nyati, an 8-stringed lyre, is perhaps their most iconic musical instrument. Its enchanting melodies often accompanying epic songs and historical narratives. Their traditional cuisine, featuring staples like kiwana, stiff porridge made from millet or sorghum, and freshly caught fish like tilapia or engage, is a testament to their agricultural and fishing prowess. Family and kinship are the bedrock of their society, with a deep respect for elders and strong community bonds that have helped preserve their unique identity through centuries of change. The arrival of British colonialists in the late 19th century brought profound changes to LUO society. The British administration dismantled the traditional political structures, replacing the councils of elders with colonial chiefs. This fundamentally altered their system of governance. Despite the disruption, the LUO people adapted with remarkable speed. They were among the first communities in Kenya to embrace Western education, viewing it as a powerful tool for advancement and resistance. This early adoption of education produced a new generation of educated elites who would play a pivotal role in Kenya's struggle for independence. Figures like Jaramogi Oginga Odinga emerged as key nationalist leaders, fighting tirelessly against colonial rule and shaping the political landscape of a newly independent Kenya. Their legacy of political activism and intellectual leadership continues to influence the nation to this day. Today, the LUO people are one of the largest and most influential ethnic groups in East Africa. With a population of several million, they are found primarily in western Kenya, northern Uganda, and the Mara region of Tanzania. They have made immense contributions to every field imaginable, from politics and academia to sports and the arts. Their vibrant culture continues to thrive, adapting to the modern world while holding on to its ancient roots. The story of the LUO is not just a tale from the past. It is a living history, a testament to the resilience, adaptability, and enduring spirit of a people who journeyed from the banks of the Nile to become a cornerstone of East African society. From their ancient origins in Sudan to their modern-day influence across East Africa, the history of the LUO is a powerful story of migration, endurance, and cultural brilliance. It reminds us that our roots run deep and that our journeys shape who we become. Thank you so much for joining me on this historical exploration. If you enjoyed this journey, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into history. See you next time.